Alright, hey guys, it's Terrence here, and I'm going to show you how to sync OneNote with your SkyDrive account. And I know it's not the only way, there's probably other ways, but this is going to be a best practices kind of method of taking notes and using OneNote alone. So here's OneNote right here, as you can see, and you'll notice that I have classes over here, and well, let's go to one that actually have days on, and days on the top for the tabs. You want to keep in mind that the maximum amount of information per tab that will sync to SkyDrive is about 50 to 100 megabytes, and that actually can be quite a bit of information. I don't know, I can't really. I mean, these pages are pretty long, and I've had 6 or 7 of them or more even on the page, so you can put quite a bit of information on a file. But just to be safe, because I do this information is pretty important to me, I do it like this to save face, make sure I don't lose anything. Anyway, so here's the OneNote, and all you do is, in order to save it, you click on File, and you can see that all mine are saved via the SkyDrive. It says HTTPS SkyDrive, whatever. This is going to save to a particular file on your hard drive, and you can see that right here when you open it up and you go to save and backup. It'll show you the places where you save these to: the quick notes section, the backup folder, and the default notebook location. And mine is in Terrence whatever OneNote notebooks, and they're not saving there. These ones are not saving there. So if I go to this, it's not going to be there, but it is saving to the backup folder, and it is saving to my app data folder, which is a hidden folder on your account. The particular reason this is so if I open up a regular, or let's say I want to make a new account, so or I make a new notebook. So I'll go to New, and because my OneNote preview is the same as it's on the same account as my Windows 8 is, it already knows this. And if you have SkyDrive desktop version installed on your computer, it will have the same thing. Or you can put it in there. You can say add place right here, and then you can add in your SkyDrive account or somebody else's or whatever you want to do. So click on add place, SkyDrive account, add your account. I have a 365 one too, but I prefer to use anyway this one right here. So this is my SkyDrive account, and then I'm going to add a notebook name, and I'll call it just show for show, and I'll create the notebook. Well, actually, so this will be in the base folder of my SkyDrive account. And if I want to put it in a different folder, I'm going to click Create in a different folder. And as you can see, well, here's the actual location of the. Whoop. Let me get that again. It's too complicated to type in again. So here's the actual location of it. But if I want to change the folder, it'll open it up in my OneNote folder where they save to, and I can click on those. So here's this one, and then I will save it in here. So I'll save it as show 1. But pay attention that look at all these folders, these OneNote notebook folders that I have that are in my SkyDrive account, but they're not open. I'm going to create it right now. They're not open. I'm done now. They're not open in here right now. And so the OneNote application itself, it only opens, it only shows you documents that you are currently using. And so since this semester I'm not studying the stuff from past semester, but I wanted to keep that stuff, I went ahead and left those applications on my SkyDrive account, but they're not open in my OneNote application. Those files are saved in my account, they're not open in my OneNote application. If I wanted to open them, I can go ahead and click on Open Other Notebooks, and you'll see open from SkyDrive. These are the notebooks that are available on my SkyDrive account, but they're not open. And here's show. And show is open. So now I can see show right here. And I can save stuff here. I can call it whatever I want. And make sure you organize stuff so you can, look at it in the future. Because that's the whole point of being able to save files forever, to be able to look at it in the future. But so here's this. Here's the show. My show thing. And if I save it, you don't have to save anything because it automatically syncs. But if you want to view the sync status, and this is what I do before I close down OneNote for the day, go ahead and view sync status, and it'll show you your notebooks and their sync status. You can click sync now or whatever, and it'll sync there. If I want to view this from my desktop, I can go ahead and open up, and since I have the SkyDrive desktop application, I can click on that here and go to Documents and then OneNote Notebooks, because this is the particular file that I saved it to in my OneNote folder online. So I'll show you where that is, and you can see that they are the exact same. So here's my SkyDrive account online, and here's my SkyDrive folder on Windows, the desktop application. And you can see it's showing me the same folder. So if I click Documents here and Documents here, I should be able to see the same thing. Okay, I can. Well, good. So I'm going to go to OneNote Notebooks, and that's the same thing I want here. OneNote Notebooks. And here's the exact same thing. So if I wanted to open one of these online, I can. I'm going to close this right now. If I want to open up one of these online, I can. And here's show. Notice I've closed OneNote. It's important. It's difficult for the program to assess the changes you have made online versus the changes you have made on your computer, and then determine which ones are the correct ones to be saved. And I promise you that you will have, if you follow these instructions, you'll have no trouble. But even if you don't follow these instructions and you make some changes, OneNote saves backups of basically everything you do, and so you'll be able to get back to the correct location of what you want. But here you go, and here's what the OneNote notebook that I made. And this is the file, the day at the top. This was the tab at the top. Here's the page as you can see it, and it's on here. And so if I want to modify this again, just to show you that it's modified, I'll click on, I'll type in go to modified, and then let's see if I can save it. File, exit. So I exit. There's really no saving in OneNote. Things are just automatically synced between everything. So this is done. Exited now. I guess that's exiting is basically the OneNote way of saving. And so it's trying to show my drive. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back here and open up OneNote. And let's see here if it syncs correctly. So yes, it did sync. As soon as I opened it, I didn't click, and I clicked on this to look at the notebooks that I own, or that I have, but as soon as I did, look, it's already synced. So just be aware that you're not going to be saving things, they're going to be syncing constantly. And so if you keep that in mind when you work with OneNote and the internet, you'll be able to gauge it correctly. So you make a change here, make a change on the internet. Don't try to do both at the same time, you'll confuse it. And then if you really want to save everything and make sure everything's all good, you go to View Sync Status and Sync All. It'll sync everything. And then you can go ahead and click on File Options. And every now and then so here's your save. Click on Save and Backup. And every now and then I go to Backup all notebooks now. And if it's really important, I feel like things are not going good with my computer, I'll click on this every time I finish for the day. I'll click on Backup all notebooks now. Because you can always go to your backup notebook section here where it says your backup folder, and open one of those up and then use that. And then I click on optimize all files now every now and then. I don't know how much good that does, but I do it, at the end of every day. This less often, this more often, And I'm telling you, I don't have a single problem with anything. So there's that. I'm gonna close it up, and good luck to you. Set up your Microsoft account. Go ahead and put it into OneNote, and get the desktop application because it's very useful. I find I had Google Drive, and Google Drive is pretty good, but I'm on a Windows computer, and so I prefer SkyDrive for syncing. There's also some other things that the Outlook accounts. So I use Google like Gmail, but Outlook has recently come up with some better stuff that I prefer. So here's my Outlook email account. Let's see if I can get this there for you. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The new Outlook is pretty fantastic. And I'm using Chrome. Probably should have used. Oh, and by the way, Internet Explorer works the best with the SkyDrive. If you want to open up a notebook and on the internet, Internet Explorer is the way to go. Look, here's the new Outlook look of things. And so if I want to go up here, I can go and select People, Calendar, SkyDrive. Now, so if I want to, I'm on Gmail, and I want to do the same thing, go to the calendar. Here it is up here. You know, very similar. And I can view a lot on my Gmail account just because I play with it more. I still get most of my email there, but I'm transitioning over to the Outlook. I just really like the way it looks, and I really like the way it syncs with everything, and Microsoft does a great job at it. There's some cool things with your account. I'm getting used to it. Anyways, there you go. Good luck to you, and hopefully OneNote works out well for you. If you have any questions, just send me a message or an email or something like that, and you'll be good to go. I'll answer you immediately.